Hey gorgeous people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Claribel and I'm so excited to have you here with us today. I hope that you like us enough to be part of us by subscribing and liking this video. Without further ado, let's jump right into today's topic. If you have any signs I'm going to be sharing today, please start looking into it and trying to fix it as soon as you can, so to avoid breakdown in your relationship or anything that could just make you guys unhappy and have unhealthy relationship. The first sign that shows that your relationship is dying is lack of communication. One of the most powerful tool to a healthy relationship is communication. Without communication, you guys are not going anywhere. Communication allows you both to share your thoughts, share how you feel, express your feelings to one another. If you're not allowed to express yourself, is that you begin to build resentment towards your partner, and when you blow up, you blow things out of proportion, because at that point it's rather too late, or maybe at the edge of you losing that relationship because you're so full of bitterness and resentment. So healthy communication allows both of you to ease those stress, ease those feelings and things that are not aligning with your relationship. I think a lot of times people run away from this conversation because probably you don't want to hear the truth. But in building healthy relationship, in growing together, is by listening to hear those things that you're probably not doing to your spouse that is making your spouse not happy, or so that you can become a better husband to your wife, you can become a better wife to your partner. Check on each other. Are we good? Where are we? Is there something I need to do? Is there something I need to know? Healthy communication, having conversation constantly with your partner, helps you guys build a huge bond between one another. Healthy communication is a cornerstone of every healthy relationship, and lack of this will lead to disconnection and will eventually lead to maybe breakup of your relationship. So start scheduling time to have healthy conversation, checking on one another. Where are we? Am I good? Is there something I need to do? Don't try to avoid such questions. In doing all of this, you build a better bond with one another. Life can actually get really busy, where we get to a point where everyone is just about the bills, paying the children's. Life really gets busy. Let's be real here, right? Because responsibilities, bills have to be paid. If you're not mindful and you're not intentional with your partner, this could drift you both apart and you neglect your emotional intimacy. You need to be intentional about your partner's needs, emotional needs, and do not neglect them. What are those things that brought you guys together, those exciting things that you guys used to do? You need to find time in your busy schedule to create those times and keep rejuvenating that relationship. Take each other out on a date. A lot of partners have not gone to a date for God knows how long. They have not, and these things might not be expensive. A date could actually be in your house, just both of you eating together. Find a routine that works for both of you. Maybe shower together. Maybe those are the few minutes you have to spend time in the shower. Talk about those things that used to make you guys happy, make you guys feel like a child. That brings that inner child from both of you. One thing that shows that there's a sign that could lead to a breakup in relationship is when both of you have spent your entire life raising children and neglecting one another's emotional intimacy. At the end of the day, when the kids are grown and out of the house, you find that most couples are not friends anymore. They've drifted apart. Without emotional intimacy, a marriage can look like a transaction or a partnership. It becomes boring. It's almost like you're just living life for the kids, or living life for the business, paying bills together. There is no intimacy, there's no connection. Bills, and it just gets so exhausting. And especially for women, let me speak for myself. I love love, like everybody already knows. So we need to just keep putting their emotions, because time will tell when the kids are grown. If that friendship and connection is no longer there, all we do is it's almost like it's transactional. We're just there to pay bills and take care of the kids. It might feel that way if there is neglect in emotional intimacy with your partner. Don't make your marriage seems like a transaction, business transaction, partnership. Make it exciting. Don't neglect one another. Check in with one another. Take each other on a date. find routine that works for both of you. Shower together. If that's the 5 minutes you need to really connect with one another, just do those things that makes you guys, connect, that brought you guys together in the first place. Because when all is said and done and the kids are out of the house, if that friendship is solid, your marriage, you feel like a bliss, honestly, because both of you will now start doing those things that you really did not have the chance to do. But one thing that had kept you guys even in those busy schedules is that you never neglected those emotions. So rebuild that connection, keep the fire burning. So don't ever let go of that emotional intimacy in your relationship. It is very powerful. Another sign that your marriage is gradually drifting is when your partner start feeling unappreciated. I feel like most of the times in relationship, we take each other's genuine gestures for granted. We complain because we expect so much from our partners, right? And so we kind of undermine those things that our partners are doing well as well. When a partner starts feeling unappreciated in a relationship, that could lead to resentment and that could lead to disconnection between both of you. So we need to practice, gratitude in our relationships. Just this little acts of kindness that he does for you, maybe open the doors for you, or take out the groceries for you, maybe the way he makes you feel or she makes you feel. Your wife is constantly cooking and all you do is to nag at her for the little things that she doesn't do well. Notice when they go out of the way to put in effort by cooking for you, by cleaning the house, by taking care of the kids. Appreciate them. I just want to let you know that I am so grateful to have you. Thank you for raising the kids right. Oni, thank you for always taking the lead financially in this house. Since I got married to you, I'm not worried about finances because you're always taking the lead. Appreciate their effort. Don't take each other for granted. In the absence of gratitude in your relationship, it will definitely lead to resentment and breakup in your relationship, and we don't want that. So practice gratitude, appreciate one another. It will take you guys a long way in your relationship. Another sign that shows that your relationship is drifting apart is growing apart. Our goals and interests in life changes as we evolve and grow, right? Good couples will set joint goals, goals that align with their purpose for that family, right? Because if you guys are both going on different direction, that's the sign that your marriage is about to crumble. Because sharing each other's passion and goals, bring you guys together. It shows that both of you are in sync and aligned on the same values and vision for your family. But when your interests and goals are not the same anymore, you find out that most couples start to drift away, and that is a dangerous place to be. So both of you need to be intentional to not grow apart. You both have to set joint goals for each other. That's the way you guys can connect together. Our goals align. We have decided that this is what we want to do as a family. We stick to that goal. It builds connection, it builds oneness, safety in that relationship. But when both of you have different goals in life, it will definitely drift you guys apart. Let's be honest, we grow, we evolve, our interests might change, but do not forget that it's not about you. You have a partner, so you guys have to set joint goals together. You guys have to, share hobbies together to keep you guys connected. When you guys begin to do things separately, shared interests, shared hobby, you don't find things that bring you guys or connect you guys together, that is a sign that your marriage will eventually drift apart. And that's why you hear couples that have been together for so many years, they will tell you, oh, we just drifted apart. You're wondering why. These are the issues. Both of you cannot be in a healthy relationship and be doing things separately from one another and be sharing different goals and different, that is not you guys aligning with the vision of the family. So for you to have a healthy relationship, these are things that you need to pay attention to. Find things that connect you both together, and it's so that you guys don't eventually drift apart. So another thing that shows that you guys might be drifting apart, or that is a sign that your marriage might not be where it should be, is lack of physical affection. It is so important. Intimacy and affection in relationship is one of those things that keeps your relationship alive and the spark alive. In the absence of this, both of you can eventually start to drift apart and disconnect, and you begin to find interest in other things. These are the reasons why cheating occur in relationship, whether you like it or not. Lack of physical affection between you and your partner. So you need to keep the fire burning, you need to keep the relationship alive by constantly finding ways that both of you can be physically affectionate to one another. It is very, very important. Physical touch is a powerful way to stay close and affectionate in your relationship. I know that some people struggle with physical touch. Some people are not very clingy. I'm not saying be clingy and look for something. Maybe before your husband step out of the house, peck each other, do things, hug each other, cuddle each other, keep that relationship alive. I feel like in the absence of physical affection in your relationship, you begin to feel distant, you begin to feel disconnected from your partner. Hug each other, cuddle each other. That's why you hear that some men go outside because they're looking for a lady that makes them feel like a child again, and you are just there. You're not making that man feel like a child. He's not making you feel like a child. Bring that inner child out of one another. Outside the bedroom, there should be something that just sparkles, because the bedroom cannot happen every day, every single time, but that affection could still be there if you guys practice these things. Peck each other, hug each other. It is so important in a healthy relationship. Everybody wants to feel loved in their relationship. In the absence of this, your partner might feel unwanted, your partner might feel like they are not loved in that relationship, and this could just drift both of you apart. So we don't want that for our relationships, right? So we need to start reintroducing that in your relationship. If you're at that point in your relationship now when you feel like that physical affection is no longer there, reintroduce it to keep the spark alive, to keep the love alive. Hold hands, hug yourself, cuddle. It is part of relationship. Bring that childlike inside of you. Some relationships are so boring. You look at both of them, they are not affectionate towards one another. The only time they are intimate is in the bedroom. No, you want to keep that going. You want to keep that relationship alive. You want to make your partner feel like, this was what we used to be before the kids came. Then your children also experience that affection between both of you, the hugging, the cuddling. You can't go one day without hugging your partner, without pecking your partner. It just rejuvenates your relationship. So keep the relationship alive by reintroducing this in your relationship. So another sign that your relationship might be drifting apart is unresolved conflicts. Don't sweep things under the carpet. I feel like this is something that a lot of people do, and over time you get a built-up frustration and resentment in the long run. Confront conflicts. Conflicts is good. It is part of building and learning and unlearning from the things or behaviors that we used to do that does not align with our goals in that relationship. So confront conflicts. Don't throw them under the carpet. Unresolved conflicts in the long run will lead to resentment, frustration, and when people are now willing to confront it, it is already late. It blows out of proportion because you guys have not been able to resolve those conflicts. So conflicts are also healthy for your relationship. Some people run away from conflicts. It's also not healthy. So unresolved conflicts could lead to divorce in the long run. Unresolved conflicts could lead to bigger problems in the future. So confront them. There is no healthy relationship without conflicts. In those conflicts, a lot of people their relationship have even become better because they confront those conflicts ahead of time, express them in a timely manner, in honesty, and in the willingness to compromise and to become better in that relationship. But if you leave them unresolved, you constantly throw them under the carpet, those things you're running from will catch up with you eventually. So don't run away from it. Fix it, focus on it, face it today, and resolve that issue. I've come to the end of my video today. I hope you like videos like this. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Like I always do at the end of my videos, you are loved, you're kind, you're special, you're beautiful. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye. you.